तिचे स्क्रीन विशाल लाईव्ह जायचं आपल्याला गेला.
Shall we start?
Yes, we are live.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Vishal. Good evening, all the friends, doctor fraternity, and the parents who will be seeing it live on YouTube. Today is our celebration of Child and Adolescent Healthcare Week. The day is Daughters Day. And we are fortunate to have three eminent speakers from our state of Maharashtra who are successful pediatricians, academicians, and even managing big hospital setup also. Feather in the cap is our guest of honor, Dr. Dabhadkar sir. Myself, Dr. Chitra Kulkarni, is a practicing pediatrician in Raigad district for last 37 years. We, Raigad branch, had conducted Mahapedicon in Alibag. Our organizing secretary and past president of Maharashtra IIP, Dr. Gangolia sir, is also present here. And during the process of formation of scientific programs in Mahapedicon, we had requested our mentor and Dabhadkar sir that can we conduct self-defense workshop in that Mahapedicon. Believe me, Raigad AHA is the best branch recently awarded in conference is because of this self-defense projects which we are doing. And I am really grateful to Dr. Dabhadkar sir and Dr. Gangolia sir who had agreed to give us a broader dais of Mahapedicon and getting that recognized throughout Maharashtra. With their blessings, we have done these self-defense projects in national conferences like Noida, Gandhinagar, and we will be doing it again in Kochi with your help and encouragement. With this word, I again express the gratitude to our Raigad IIP branch and especially our guest of honor and Dr. Gangolia sir. Over to Dr. Neha.
Thank you so much, Chitra ma'am. Good evening, everyone. Season's greeting. A very happy and prosperous Deepavali to all. On behalf of MAHA-IP Women's Committee and Raigad IIP, I, Dr. Neha Singh, co-chairperson of MAHA-IP Women's Committee and Joint Secretary Raigad AHA, would like to welcome all my respected dignitaries, seniors, and my dear friends on Zoom as well as YouTube Live to a very special program on Daughters Day. We all know that from 7 to 14 November, we are celebrating IIP Child and Adolescent Healthcare Week, and keeping in mind the theme of IIP Daughters Day, empower, support, and celebrate. Today we have organized a very special program which will be extremely beneficial for our lovely daughters and their parents by our daughters who are well empowered in their respective fields. I welcome our guest speaker of today, Dr. Bela Verma ma'am, Dr. Renu Goralkar ma'am, and Dr. Sonali Shigbate ma'am. Thank you ma'am for accepting our invitation. We are so fortunate to have with us our beloved Dr. Shekhar Dabhadkar sir as our guest of honor. Sir was Vice President, Central IIP West Zone 2020. He has done a lot of work for adolescents, organized several programs, on national as well as Maha-IP online programs as well as physical programs. He has written many blogs on adolescence. I also welcome our immediate past president, Dr. Gangolia sir, Maha-IP past president, Dr. Gangolia sir. I welcome Raigad IP president, Dr. Vikas More sir, secretary, Dr. Ajay Kohli sir. I welcome president, secretary and treasurer of AHA Raigad, Dr. Chitra Kulkarni ma'am. Extremely fortunate to have with us our three speakers, and I also welcome our members of Inner Wheel Club and Rotary Club of Panvel Industrial Town. Now I invite Dr. Vikas More sir for the welcome note. Over to you, sir.
Thank you so much. Good evening, all. Thank you so much, Dr. Neha, for giving this opportunity. First of all, on the behalf of IP Raigad, we are so fortunate to have a team which is organizing so many programs one after another. This is only possible because of because many people ask me like how you can do so many programs. It's just possible because of the energetic members of IIP Raigad, and I'm so proud of them. I am just taking credit, but I don't have to tell them. They come with so many innovative ideas. I have to just say yes, and they do everything. So and thank you so much, Chitra madam, for that. First, I will welcome respected Dabadkar sir, who is right now sitting at a very remote place, enjoying his vacation with his all brothers, sisters, and still he got time for us. I'm so thank you, because I know that this topic is very close to his heart. I wanted his blessing. Dabadkar, so you know, he is a backbone of IP Raigad. So whatever IP Raigad you are seeing today is just because of him. And second one after that is Gangulia sir. You know him, that he's a person behind bringing the methodology in IP Raigad. And after Mahapidikon, you know that the IP Raigad has gone to so many heights just because of him. And we are also planning to organize Mahaniyokon next year, and sir is a very important part of the team for this conference. And now, importantly, Bela madam, who was my assistant professor at GT Hospital, I worked as a lecturer under her. And those days are nostalgic for me. I really enjoyed working under her. Thank you so much, madam, for giving us time. And again, I congratulate you for winning the election against all odds. This woman has really fought everything on her own. She has called on her own to whole Maharashtra and shown that she has a caliber to win. Like hats off to you, madam. Renu madam, I know she's such a social person. During my installation, I just gave her one call. She came right from Aurangabad. I could not believe my eyes that she came to my installation program. I will not forget those memories. Thank you so much, madam, for. And Sonali madam, I hear a lot about you from Neha. She talks always about you. Like Sonali madam is like this and like that, and you encourage her like anything, that whatever Neha is today, because of your constant encouragement, and you have gave her a free hand to work. That's why she is grooming as a future leader. Thank you so much for your constant encouragement. Chitra madam, I like what I can say, like you are our own team, but you are doing such a nice work, and that's why the IP Raigad now is being recognized at a national level. So I'm so much proud of my team, and today is a very important day, very close to my heart, because whatever I am today, because of my mother, my wife, they have groomed me as a better human being, and they control my emotions, they control my ambition, they control my plans. That's why I can live as a good citizen in the society. I understand the importance of daughters. So this is a very important topic, and I'm really looking forward to it. Over to you, Neha.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Vikas sir. I also welcome Dr. Anjali Kulkarni ma'am and Dr. Minar Sheikh sir for the program. Welcome both of you, sir. Now I hand over to Dr. CACHW Daughters, sir, for his blessings. Over to you, sir.
So thank you very much, Neha. But let me correct. I am not so great to give you blessings. आप सभी लोग इतने बड़े हो गए कि मैं blessings कहाँ दे सकता हूँ. Anyhow, by the way, my friends, Raigad IP President Vikas More, AHA President Dr. Chitra, AHA Raigad President Dr. Chitra Kulkarni, my friend and my mentor Dr. Hemant Gangulia. Today's speakers, Dr. Bela Madam, Dr. Sonali Madam, Dr. Renu Madam, and our past president, Dr. Pramod Wankhede, Anjali Gokarnam from Virar, and everybody. It is very difficult to take names of everybody. Let me say that now Raigad IP is shining at national level only because of the people like you. The way Hemant Gangulia molded everybody, and Neha, Vikas, Chitra, and everybody, you are doing such a great work at national level. I am so happy. And today, I am so happy that you invited me as guest of honor. Frankly speaking, I am not guest of Raigad IP. I'm Raigad IP. Anyhow, forget everything. But please accept my compliments for everything Raigad IP has done in last few years. Second thing, as far as today's topic is concerned, let me tell you very frankly that adolescent and youth are very important for growth of any nation. Let me tell you, one fine morning, a British reporter asked, "Where lies future of the nation?" And then that British reporter said, "Tell me song of the youth, and then I will tell you future of the nation." I'm very sure future of the nation depends on adolescents and adolescents only. So happy that all over AHA and at Tiger level they are doing extremely good work. Madam Chitra, again I appreciate you.
Yeah,
As far as Raigad AHA is concerned, I wish you best. I appreciate your work. And secondly, because you are doing extremely good work. I don't have any words to appreciate your work. I wish you best. And as far as today's program is concerned, Sonali, Renu, and Bela Verma, I know you are very good speakers. I wish you best luck. So thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Vishal sir, will you mute? Yes, thank you so much, sir. Now I welcome and I would like to introduce our first speaker, Dr. Bela Verma, ma'am. She is an excellent woman. Sir Vikas sir and Chitra ma'am has already given her introduction, but formal introduction I will be doing. Ma'am is professor and head of Department of Pediatrics at Government Medical College and Sir JJ Hospital, Mumbai. She is National IAP EB member 2022, Fellow IAP 2022, National Medico Legal Group West Zone EB member 2021 to 2023, Joint National Coordinator for NTP 2022, Maharashtra Task Force for Pediatric COVID Management 2021-22, National Faculty for NTP, NCECD, and 24/7 Common Problems in Pediatric Practice for 98.7 FM fever module. She has been president of IAP Mumbai 2018-19, Honorable Secretary IAP Mumbai 2013 till 2016. She has penned 19 international and 17 national publications and one book chapter. Ma'am has special interest in community medicine, medico-legal and infectious diseases nutrition. And now ma'am has been also elected as our National Central IAP EB member 2024. Congratulations, ma'am, and over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you. I first of all want to thank IAP, Raigad, and AHA for inviting me today. It's a pleasure to be here, and I hope I can do justice. So the first thing is, I think, yeah. So the topic given to me is difficulties faced by girls to become a career woman. So we are already into the 21st century, and I would like to say that what I'm going to talk today is not belonging to a Mumbai metropolitan city. I'm talking about rural India, where the opportunities are still scarce, and the girls over there have to face a lot of hurdles if they want to go ahead professionally in their lives. So I have just put up some headings, and I'll be elaborating on them to the best of my ability. So the basic education, if we see, compared to the earlier era of the Mughals and the Britishers, we are in a better status today. So the earlier, the girls used to be married off at a very younger age, or they would be made to look after their younger siblings. We all know that. The NFHS 5 data, which is available for 2019 and 21, gives us a better picture of the girls who are educated for primary and secondary education, at least by the government of India. And many of them have now got the opportunities for higher secondary and even professional degrees. So that is one of the plus points. But if you still look at a large, lower socioeconomic, poorer society, those girls, even though they want to go ahead in education, they are not allowed to go because of want of money, the financial aid they can get, which is always kept for the boys. So there is still a little bit of gender discrimination in our country right from the birth or prior to birth. I would say that the incidence of feticide is still high in some states, and therefore the girl is not allowed to be born at all. But now the NFHS 5 data has given us a better picture, where we find that per 1,000 sex ratio, it is about 1,020 females per males. So that is a plus point from the last NFHS 4 data. And even the literacy rate has gone up. So referring to the NFHS 5 data, of which I took a lot of figures actually, and I was pleasantly surprised that in most of the fields, the women have done better than the last 5 to 8 years. Otherwise, for gender discrimination, it's always boy versus girl. Right from when a child is born, she said, you're a girl, you're physically weak, and therefore you have to be one step behind the boys. Even there are fewer opportunities for them to go ahead, always a better opportunity for the boys. Plus, they are considered physically weak because they have menstrual periods, they are prone for abortions, they have childhood pregnancies if they are married earlier, and even a high maternal mortality rate. So these things still exist in our country, though we may not hear often in the metropolitan cities about it. Secondly, the man of the house is always the person who wears the pants, and that is the man. So a man is always considered superior because he is the earning member usually. And therefore, a woman takes a step back again to allow the men of the house to go ahead professionally. What about parental pressures and social norms? So then a girl should do like this, a girl should dress like this, a girl should not go out in the night. There are many restrictions for a girl in our society. There's always a male and female difference given to us right from a very young age. Secondly, we are not taught about sexuality and sexual behavior in school as yet. And therefore, many young girls fall prey for sexual abuse or, teenage pregnancies. And there may be, being in JJ hospital, we have a lot of MTPs of underage girls. So I know, and they are not from a very good, socioeconomic background. Most of them are from the poor societies also. So we have a lot of teenage pregnancies coming up. And there's a very high percentage of 30% of domestic violence existing even today in many families. And therefore, I feel there is a need for better education, not only for girls, it should be for the entire family, including parents and the boys, about how to take care of a girl child, how to protect her, how to teach her self-defense, which Dr. Chitra just mentioned, which is very, very important because we read a very high incidence of rape, sexual abuse in our society, and even in cities, it is not safe for these girls. So the girl is asked, you should be back before sunset. You cannot go out for late night parties. We don't know what will happen. So these things are still existing in our society. The next would be dietary deficiency. So the lady who cooks eats the last. And with large families existing in our societies, the girl is always deprived of the good quality food compared to the boys who are fed better. And this, of course, leads to a very high percentage of anemia to the tune of 60%, even in the NFHS5 data. So, of course, it leads to stunting, wasting, repeated infections. If the immunizations are not complete, then the child will have recurrent illnesses, which also affect her final nutrition and her BMI. Also, we know that the health-seeking behavior, the medical health-seeking behavior among women is extremely low. We always ignore ourselves. How many of us go for regular health checkups or for, cancer screening? It's always detected in a late stage for many of us, even in our society, who are highly educated women. So these are some of the deficiencies, I would say, in our career, which would hamper our progress if we are prey to illnesses or even a high incidence of cancers, which we find cervical cancer, breast cancer, etc. That would be about dietary deficiencies. So, and my last would be the scope of professions. So earlier it would be क्या करना है पढ़ाई करके, 5वीं हो गई बस अब घर पे बैठ जाओ. The minute the girl is 12 years old, they'll say, okay, get her married off. So from primary education to secondary education, even if the girl wanted to study, it was a big no in the families. But now we have got better education in our societies, even in the cities, even in some of the villages. We have a lot of girls who are 10th standard pass. Earlier, the profession would be teacher ban jao. Teacher अच्छा रहता है lady के लिए, 9 to 5 job करो आ जाओ. Teacher या professor बन जाओ. या small scale industries कर लो. घर बैठ के कुछ बना लो and you sell it off. But now the sky is the limit. We see the women becoming a doctor, engineer, architect, joining armed forces, and even aviation. We know about NASA, and even in our own country, we know about the launch of the satellites where the women have played a very important role. So that is a vast change now, but yet the opportunities are still not available to each and every girl. What we see when we practice, when we have poorer patients coming, when we see a teenage girl, we ask, school jati hai kya? We are told, no, she's at home. Why? Because a mother goes to work. So this girl is working at home. She's looking after her younger siblings. So I am comparing a better society with a lesser privileged society where the professional growth is still hampered in the girls. So there are a lot of programs which the government has come up with, which help them, give them monetary help to study for 10th standard, 12th standard, and even professions. But unfortunately, very few of us are aware of these programs which are run by the government. So my take home message for this would be, if I were to say, was, if there are parents listening over here, is please consider your male child equal to your female child in all respects. In fact, it is the men or the boys who need to be taught equally about taking care of the girls, taking care of their safety, no violence against them, and giving them opportunities. So parents, I feel they are the ones who can bring about a big change in the society. A girl wants to do, but it is a parental pressure which may not allow her to do. She has no say. So there's no say in about her education, about her marriage, about family planning. I mean, the husband may not even listen to her if she wants to do family planning. There's so many decisions which a woman is not involved as yet. So I feel that's a big role where we all can play as pediatricians. And of course, the guests who have joined us, who are the part of our program today, actively to reach out this message to the society. And yes, it would be very great help to reach out also the programs which the government of India is running, make them aware. Unfortunately, I won't be ashamed to say I was not aware till I was given this topic in last Mahapedicon. I think it was the women's pedicon, the fem pedicon at Nasik, where I spoke about the government programs and what a girl can do. So this is our situation that we are not aware. But yes, I was very happy, and I think we should take that forward. So things are better, but not up to the mark as yet. Let us all work towards it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Yes, the awakening is still to be done. and wonderful presentation. And now I request our second speaker, Dr. Renu Boralkar ma'am, to Dr. Renu Boralkar ma'am, she is consultant pediatrician and intensivist at Booth Hospital Limited, Aurangabad, EB member of Central IP 2023 and now 24, Maha-IP Women's Committee Chairperson and EB member 2022, President of IP Aurangabad 2020. She is PG guidance, CIP and DNB Pediatrics, trainer in NC, ECD, clinical clues, NRP, SSS, good practices, B4E and beyond. She has special interest in PICU, adolescents, infectious diseases, and type 1 diabetes. Ma'am was the first co-chairperson of Maha-IP Women's Committee in 2022 under the guidance of Dr. Hemant Gangolia sir. I welcome Dr. Renu Boralkar ma'am. Over to you, ma'am.
गुड इव्हनिंग वन अँड ऑल. नमस्कार, शुभ दीपावली. आणि
हिंदी में बोलिए मैम.
हाँ हिंदी में.
या
शुभ दीपावली और नए साल की सबको शुभेच्छा. जो कल पाड़वा है दिवाली का, तो मेरी ओर से मैं डॉक्टर रेणु अजय बुरालकर छत्रपति संभाजी नगर से मैं बात कर रही हूँ, महाराष्ट्र से. So I would like to first of all thank IIP Raigad and AHE Raigad as well as Maha-IP Women's Committee. And also today as we are celebrating the Daughters Day, all the daughters today are here present, and the gentlemen who are there, their own daughters and the spouses. I also salute to all of them to have this great day today celebration, and it has to be celebrated 24/7, 365 days, and all over the years, I think so, and not only a specific week. Today, I would like to appreciate Dr. Vikas More sir, Dr. Chitra Kulkarni madam, and all their teams with Dr. Neha leading from the front as co-chairperson of the Women's Committee, as well as Dr. Sonali Shirbhate madam, Dr. Manjusha Sherkar, and also the dignitaries which are there, Guruvarya, Dr. Dabhadkar sir, Dr. Gangolia sir, who has been my mentor in 2020 when I was president of this Chhatrapati Sambhajinagar 2020. That time we did so many programs, and sir was the pioneer of this online program, and we could reach the corners of Maharashtra with him. And so the Women's Committee was born, and that day the Daughters Day was really celebrated, I think so, for Maharashtra, where all the daughters who are the empowered women, they could empower the other boys and girls of IAP, I will say. So I acknowledge all of you. I also acknowledge the presence of all the my seniors, Dr. Meena sir, Pramod Wankhede sir, the inner club members, as well as the Rotary Club members. And the co-speaker, Dr. Bela Verma ma'am, has done a wonderful job of starting the girl part of difficulties. And also I welcome Dr. Sonali Shirbhate for the next talk. So empowering girls, education and career choices is the topic I would like to cover, which is given by AHA Raigad to me. So this is what Happy Daughters Day is logo by AHA Raigad. I appreciate it, and it is a very good logo. Once Swami Vivekananda said the greatest help that can be given to women is
मैम फुल स्क्रीन कीजिए मैम.
मैंने फुल स्क्रीन किया है.
नहीं मैम, आपका नहीं हुआ है.
एक मिनट.
मॅडम लीव करा आणि शेअर करा परत, आणि तुम्ही ते फुल स्क्रीन वाला शेअर करा. होऊन जाईल.
स्टॉप शेअर करू का?
हा, स्टॉप शेअर करा, परत शेअर करा आणि फुल स्क्रीन वाला शेअर करा. तुमच्या विंडोज मध्ये दिसेल.
आता आलाय का?
नाही,
एक मिनिट.
यालाच फुल स्क्रीन करून बघा.
Neha, can you do it for me?
Yes, ma'am. Sure, ma'am.
I will stop sharing. Next slide. Yes, next. Yeah. Swami Vivekanand said that the greatest help that can be given to women is to make them strong, and the best way to do this is through education. Educate your women first and leave them to themselves. Then they will tell you what reforms are necessary for them. And that holds very true from that era to today's era also. Next. And this is Malaila. We know her one child, one teacher, one book, and one pen can change the world. So she has said that we have to raise our voices. Unless we are silenced, we will not be able to come out. Next. Girl child education is a very critical component of social development and progress. Ensuring that girls have access to quality education has a profound impact on individual families and societies. Investing in a girl child education not only benefits the girl herself but also has a far reaching positive effect on the communities. It contributes to breaking the cycle of poverty, promoting gender equality, and sustainable development can be achieved. Next. So, dear friends, when we educate a girl, ma'am has given some aspect of basic education. So, it will have a very positive impact in today's girl child having more learning. As we see, there is a data which is there by Ministry of Education. In 1981, there was 55% male education, while the female was only 25%. In current era of 2018 data, which is available, it is 65% female education, and the male education is approximately 84%. So still it differs, and we don't know whether the rural community is also involved in the same way if the data has been collected properly or not. So there are many positive aspects of where that educating a girl is there. These are the few things which are depicted. We will go in detail in further. Next. Yeah, the quality education is given, and as ma'am has said, gender equality. Consider a girl as equal to as a boy, then there will be in association with her all the qualities and empowerment. The poverty will be decreased. Good health and well-being will be there of all the family once the girl is educated. Decent work and economic growth is found. Industry innovation and infrastructures are there, and reduced inequalities. Next. Yeah, so empowerment and equality. When educating a girl, it empowers them, giving them the knowledge and skill to make the informed choices in their lives. It promotes gender equality by ensuring that both boys and girls have equal opportunities for learning and growth. Next. What happens when we educate a girl, breaking the cycle of poverty as we have seen? Educated girls, they are more likely to escape the cycle of poverty, contributing to the economic development. They become assets to their families and communities, breaking generational poverty patterns. Health and well-being is also a more important aspect where it increases the awareness about the health, hygiene, and nutrition, leading to an improved well-being for the girls and their families. Educated girls are likely to seek health care and make informed decisions about their own health and their family's health. Social development, girls who receive education have achieved contributors to the social development initiatives. They are better equipped to address social issues, participate in community activities, and drive a positive change as equal as their counterpart that is male. Next. Yeah, reducing child marriage and early parenthood. Education will act as a deterrent to child marriage and early parenthood, allowing the girls to pursue the aspirations before entering family life. Delaying marriage and childbirth contributes to a more healthier family structure. Her economic contribution can be done by entering the workforce, contributing to the growth of economics in her family, in her own confidence can be regained. They become financially independent, they become more economically stable, and building a knowledgeable society. When girls receive education, it enhances the overall knowledge base of the society. Next. Yeah, these are the few ladies who are the our examples that we know. And the lower picture is a happy family of a girl. Nowadays, so many parents are there who opt for a single girl child, and they don't have that is जो बोलते हैं कि हमारे वंश का दीवा चाहिए हमको जो लड़का है तो लड़की ही आज एक दीवा बन गई है. Let me share here one point for myself. Neha had told me to share something about one. So I am middle daughter. We have three sisters. Our education was very nice because we are blessed with a very good family, socioeconomic status. What goes, my parents were doctor, and we were never treated as unequal. Always were empowered by our parents, and all three of us were given free hand to take a career choices, and all three of us are doing good as doctors in various fields. My elder sister is a gynecologist. I am a pediatrician. My younger one is a laparoscopic surgeon. So this is what our parents never thought of having a gender bias. And even today also, whenever I do something, both of my parents as well as my in-law, they always appreciate and are having their blessings with me and encourage me along with my husband and my son. So I thank God to that. Next. So empower your daughter. Embrace more than their innocence. Girls are more than just sugar and spice. वो सिर्फ देखने की चीज नहीं है. उनके पास फीलिंग्स है, उनके पास और उनके मत है, वो जान लीजिए. Foster strength, capability and confidence. Encourage them to conquer the world. उनको नीचे मत दिखाइए, तुझे ये नहीं आता है, तू ये नहीं कर सकती है. और लड़कों को बोलते हैं नहीं आप बैठो, पानी आपकी बहन लाएंगी. तो ये सब चीजें हमको पहले से ही अपने लड़कों को सिखाना चाहिए. जैसे मैडम ने बोला है कि लड़कों को पहले से ही बोलना चाहिए कि yes, you have to be. Now I have only one son, and he does everything to help me in the kitchen. I have grown him as just like I will grow a daughter, and he will never complain ki आई तू मला हे कशाला सांगते, why you are telling me this. So he will listen. He might react sometime, but he is always ready to learn. Even cooking he does. So I'm really happy that he's independent, and I hope that his wife will be thanking me that I have raised a son who is helping the girl. So let them realize they can be anyone they aspire to be. Yes. Next. Start early. Mothers, they are the daughters' friends. और माँ ये सबसे पहली टीचर है जो उसको समझ सकती है, उसको समझने की कोशिश करनी चाहिए माँ ने. बहुत बार माँ और बेटियों का झगड़ा हो सकता है, लेकिन हमने अगर सुनने की बात रखी तो उसके लिए अगर एक बच्ची को या अपनी बेटियों को पहले जान लो, समझ लो, वो क्या बोलना चाहती वो सुनो, अपनी बात उनके ऊपर ना थोपे, ये पहली जानकारी ले लो. फादर शुडंट ट्रीट देम एज डेलिकेट डार्लिंग्स. फादर आर वेरी वेरी, वो तो मेल्ट हो जाते हैं अपनी बेटियों को देखे. ये छोटे बचपन में है, लेकिन जैसी बच्ची पढ़ती है तो उनको उन्होंने कनखर बनाना चाहिए, उनको इक्वली बॉयज के जैसा ही बिहेव करना चाहिए या उनको सिखाना चाहिए, और करते हैं आजकल के फादर्स, एंड वी रियली अप्रिशिएट देम. टीच हर टू बी इंडिपेंडेंट एंड ब्रेव. Not only give them good clothes and good other things and social media, but ask them to be independent and brave. That is very important culture जो हमारे हिंदुस्तानी खानदानों में आज भी चल रहा है, कि जो अपब्रिंगिंग है, जो उनके लिए संस्कार है, ये बहुत जरूरी है. And it is equal to both boys and girls. Treat her no different from son and also equally. Choose toys wisely. काय को बार्बी डॉल देना है उसको, उसको हम मैकेनिक्स का गेम भी दे सकते हैं, उसको हम दूसरी कुछ चीजें दे सकते हैं जो बॉयज को हम देते हैं. तो व्हाई नॉट डू दैट फ्रॉम द यंगर एज ओनली. Get her scientific logical toys also. Next. Yeah, focus on who she is than what she looks like. Never go on the looks. You have to have her, whatever the look is, that doesn't matter in later life. Your education, your hard work, your confidence, your ability to empower others, and as a team, that will only be one that will make you successful. Tell her not to just focus on acquiring things, but also sharing and giving and caring. instill money skill management skills also. Next. So social confidence, encourage friendship, teach her the importance of quality relationship that can be with the parents, with the society, with her peers, as well as with her other counterparts if she is there having relationship. Encourage her to take part in team sports so that it will help her build communication confidence. Teach her to believe in herself and her abilities. Don't doubt her. Please help her to uh, uh, clear her doubts, I think so. And encourage economic freedom. That doesn't mean that you have to give her Apple phone or buy her some branded clothes or whatever. But economic freedom can be given so that she can manage on her own, some pocket money given, and what she does be she and encourage her, and also you can tell her ki, yeah, you are doing a great thing. Next. Yeah, communication skills, that is the crux. Teach your daughter to speak out, help her to succeed in life, engage intelligent conversations. हम देखते हैं गांव की तरफ की जो औरतें हैं वो भी बहुत अच्छे से उनके बच्चों को बात करती है, rather than the metro cities where nowadays they don't have time to speak out because of the so much social media involvement and the mobile phones and etc. So that is what you have to counterbalance the screen time, the green time, etc. Let her voice her thoughts and feelings even if it is different from yours. Create an atmosphere of acceptance and open communication. Expose her to media and news. कुछ छुपा के मत रखिए, जो चल रहा है उसकी जानकारी खुलेआम से दीजिए. गुड टच, बैड टच, सब उसको पहले से ही जानकारी देना जरूरी है ताकि उसको आगे जाके समझ सके कि उसके लिए क्या अच्छा है क्या बुरा है. Respect her choices for who she is, be it her clothes, her friends, her movies, her books, her education ideas, etc. Guide her, but allow her to grow. Next. Teach your daughter to dream big, set future goals, start working in achieving them by helping her. Sit with and help her think it out. If she is thinking some other career and which you are not at all thinking that it is right for her, wait for her. Let her try it out. Let her fail. Let her rise from it. And if she thinks you are always there for her as your parent and then help her out. Focus less on the outcome. That is what I wanted to tell. And also instill a sense of confidence and self-worth, self-respect. Next. It's okay to fall. It's okay to fail. हमको तो मालूम है कि हम गिरते हैं तो हम उठेंगे ही, उठ के हम फिर से चलने ही लगेंगे, भागेंगे. So get her involved in confidence building activities. Next. Encourage risk taking. हमको सिर्फ थोड़ा थोड़ा कंफर्ट जोन में उसको नहीं करना है. उसके लिए हमको जो essential personal growth and development है, that has we have to give her importance. Let overcome her fears, develop resilience, bounce back in the face of adversity, build her self-confidence and esteem, and to help her succeed in all areas of life, always be there for her. Next. So be her cheerleader, and we know how to celebrate them by sharing the photos of your daughters on social medias. Many of us do it. Tailor celebrations to interests and personalities. Take her out for special meals. Heartfelt compliments. That is very important. एक प्यार की झपकी बहुत important रहती है तुम्हारे गिफ्ट्स के सिवाय. और स्मॉल गिफ्ट्स दे दो. छोटा सा एक चीज उसको बोल के भी वो गिफ्ट हो सकता है. Shower them with love and make her feel on the top of the world. Next. Increase the value of a daughter. Girl child is not a charity, but justice. Empowerment is need of the hour. Education is must. Encouragement of their efforts has to be done. And celebration of her achievement is the crux. So the arms of your children are most precious jewels you will ever have around your neck. A pyar ki jhappi. Happy Daughters Day. Thank you so much. Next. I take this opportunity to thank Dr. Preeti Galgali, Madam, Senior Adolescent Consultant, and AHA Kanyakumari, who has contributed few slides out there. With their permission, I have taken few slides. Thank you so much. And I thank you again for asking me to talk on this topic.
Thank you so much, Renu ma'am. That was a really very nice presentation. Thank you so much, ma'am. Now I welcome Dr. Sonali Shirvate ma'am. She is chairperson of Maha-IP Women's Committee, and she is consultant pediatrician at Amravati, chairperson Women's Committee Maha-IP 2023, executive member Maha-IP 2019, 22 and 23, treasurer of Human Milk Banking India 2020-23, and president of IIP Amravati 2018. Ma'am is also Women's Wing National IIP Coordinator 2020-21, and she has received various national and state IAP and IMA awards. She is trainer for NRT, BLS, NTEP, B4E lactation module for central IAP modules, and she has published various health articles and poems in newspaper, Amravati, and souvenirs of IAP, IMA, and Maha-IAP. So now I hand over to Dr. Sonali Shirvate ma'am. Ma'am, please share your presentation.
Yes. Thank you, dear Neha, for your kind words. Are the slides visible?
Yes, ma'am. Perfect.
Yes. First of all, a very happy Diwali to all. I would like to thank AHA Raigad, Chitra Kulkarni ma'am, Dr. Nilima Bhandarkar ma'am, Dr. Sunita Ingle ma'am, and Dr. Neha Singh for the opportunity given. Special thank you for Dr. Hemant Gangolia sir, Dr. Shekhar Dabadkar sir, and Dr. Vikas More sir for the opportunity given to talk on this platform. As well as I would like to congratulate Renu madam and Bela Verma madam for their great win in these past elections of IIP. So as we all know, we are celebrating the Daughters Day, and the topic given to me was how to empower the girl child. So sharing few of my slides with you all. I'm not able to move the slides.
मॅडम डबल त्या कर्सरने डबल टॅप करा स्क्रीनवर डबल टॅप करा
So happy Daughters Day to all the queens and princes on this platform as well as on YouTube. A daughter is one of the most beautiful gifts this world has to give. So how to empower, what we can do her to make her achieve her position. As we all know, God had gifted a woman a womb so that she is a creator of this world. She is a mother, sister, daughter, and she is creator of a new good society. So we must empower a girl so that a newer empowered society which will be a healthier society, like I would like to say, will be created. So focusing on the daughters and teenagers and girl child is the most important part which we have to achieve. These all this we can achieve, both madam as already spoken on this. What main thing is the girl child education is the main thing. Then decreasing the gender bias, as the both madams has declared. I would like to add few points, especially how to achieve the position, how we like to empower a girl to achieve her position. In spite of all this girl child education and decreasing gender bias, I would like to add a point like self-defense and yoga education to the girl child, especially focus on the diet, like Uttam Ahar. Because if the girls are healthy, then the mother will be healthy and the baby will also healthy. That like creating a healthy society. Then the main part, which is the common anemia, is the most common we are coming through. So which leads to many of the complications. So the anemia detection and the treatment is the main part in this empowering, because if we treat the anemia and we treat the girl, especially with the iron deficiency anemia, they could achieve more heights, which is most important. Then good touch and bad touch, which is most important, we would we have to teach. Now this education had been taught in every of the school, but parents and we all should also empower girls about this. Then especially in the case of abusive things, we should tell them, or we should taught them to learn to say no. And the last part I would like to add is basic life support training for the girls who are interested, because in future these girls will be like doctors, engineers, or pilots, as the madam had already said. But the basic life support is most important in all these achievements, so that she could move, she could save many of the things, she could face many of the casualties, and she could achieve a greater heights. So the main target groups in our daughters main discussion is today's 6 to 10 standard girls, especially the age group from 12 to 16 years. But we could also include the college going girls like 16 to 18 years also. So few of the slides which I would like to show, self-defense tactics, like Chitra madam has already told us, and she had taken already, she could enlighten more about this, but this slide just I would like to show about the self-defense tactics to the girls, so that they could save themselves from many of the casualties or the cases which they will face. The self-defense will be working them, then yoga will be working them, in specially in achieving the healthier, what we say is healthy minds, and healthy mind is a healthy body and peaceful life. Then coming to the second part, that diet, the good diet is most important for the good health. Now we are coming through like the scenarios, like the younger girls are more encountering, we are seeing about dieting, they are going in the dieting. But we would like to say, or we would like to teach them that the good diet is most important to achieve a good health and a good society. So we could show these all to the teachers, especially the school teachers and the parents, about the healthy diet. As we all doctors, as we all know, the main part of the diet mainly include the should include carbohydrate, proteins mainly, so and the fats. So the like shown in the diet pyramid, the whole grains and rice, wheat, breads, the whole grains are the main thing which carbohydrate parts, and the vegetables, fruits, and legume, nuts, which are the main daily sources of our food. Then optional daily like milk and milk products, and non-veg foods, and once a week like sugars or sweets. So main thing is 6 to 8 glass of water daily. So these basic things we can teach to the girls or the teenagers, so that rather than doing dieting, they could shift to a healthier diet. Then as we all know, the healthier diet includes all the protein part, like most important thing to treat the B12 deficiency, about the sprouts, use of sprouts. And nowadays, especially in the concept of healthy diets and the gyms, our teenagers are moving more towards the sprouts and the healthy diets, especially. Then detection of the coming the third part, the detection of anemia. This is more important, because detection of iron deficiency anemia, especially in the girls, would we can treat them, and we could lead to a healthier society, and healthier pregnancies and healthier babies, newborns. So it is most important, and there are many techniques to detect anemia nowadays. Other than the typical hemoglobin measurements, other modern techniques are also there to diagnose the anemia. And as we all know, we can prevent the especially iron deficiencies by the iron rich foods, especially, so that the iron deficiency anemia can be prevented. And basic on depending on the locally available, not every time we could tell them that this fruits, particular fruit you to eat, depending on the local food available, and on the depending on the society which the girl belong, we can tell them various types of foods which she can take, especially the spinach, or they like good and groundnuts, that or that dates, especially they are available everywhere, so that the iron deficiency can be prevented. Then we, as all know, the iron rich foods are which increase the memory, leading to healthy minds and the healthy societies. We can tell the girls, especially the in more iron rich foods which are available locally. So coming to the good and bad touch, especially every child we are teaching about the good and bad, not even the girls, even also to the boys we are teaching the good and bad touch. But just have a look on the slides. Only the safer or the good areas are the hands or palms of the hands. These are only the areas of the good touch. Otherwise, the genitals, lips, and the chest are the, we should teach our girl childs, especially the danger part, which like bad, about the bad touch, so that they could tell us about the abusive things, and we should teach them to learn to say no for the abuse, so that we could treat all the abusive parts in the society, but which seems difficult. But it starts from the teaching over telling them to learn to say no. Then the last part comes the BLS steps. These are the optional, not the only the interested girls, we can teach them the about the BLS steps, which is most important life saving supports, which everyone should know, not only the girls but also the boys, and everyone should knows about the basic BLS steps, so that any of the casualties or mass casualties or any of the situation they could able to face in their careers. So, and the last part is, we should teach our children or our daughters especially to share the incidents, so that the future bad incidences could be prevented, and we could treat the abusive things, and we could uh, take out the girls from that situation. So the sharing of the incidents which we have to teach to our girls. So these were the few points which I would like to tell to achieve our girls to attend the career position. So thank you very much for giving me the opportunity, Team Raigad IP and AHA Raigad. Thank you very much.
Thank you
Special
so
thanks to Chitra Kulkarni madam for her timely help, and Dr. Neha Singh for timely help. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sonali ma'am. So today we had an extremely wonderful presentations with beautiful messages from the pioneers of Maha-IP Women Committee. So now I would request President Inner Wheel Club, Dr. Shri Devi Rao, to have her comments. Over to you, ma'am.
Devi ji, she had logged in. Yes,
हेलो
बोलिए.
मैडम, आप सभी लोग, मैं डॉक्टर नहीं, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल सिंपली हाउस वाइफ है मैं, इनर व्हील क्लब प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ कपोली. गुड इवनिंग ऑल ऑफ यू. आप सभी लोग अच्छा, मतलब लड़कियों के लिए कितना अच्छा सा इंफॉर्मेशन दिया. मतलब एज ए मदर आई महसूस किया है, बहुत अच्छा लगा है. आप सब लोग बोल रहे तो मेरे बेटी तो बड़ी है, फिर भी उसको मैं भी ऐसा ही बड़े किया. वो टच पार्टेज के बारे में हम लोग अभी इनरविल के तरफ से हर स्कूल में, कपोली में कितना स्कूल से उतना स्कूल्स में हम लोग अवेयरनेस के लिए सभी बच्चों के साथ पास जाके हम लोग करवा रहे. चित्रा जी के साथ, चित्रा जी करवा रहे हम लोग. वो डॉक्टर से कपोली में हमारा इनरविल मेंबर्स डॉक्टर से ना, सभी लोग वो लोग के साथ आप लोग टच वाटेज के बारे में कपोली स्कूल्स में अवेयरनेस करवा रहे, और उन लोग को करियर के बारे में भी हम लोग करियर टाइम मैनेजमेंट लड़कियों को ज्यादा बता रहे हम लोग. थैंक यू, आप सभी लोग हमको अच्छा सा गाइडेंस दिया, सभी को थैंक यू. चित्रा जी आपको वेरी वेरी थैंक यू. चित्रा जी हमको इस ग्रुप में ऐड किया है.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Shri Devi ji. Do we have any questions, Chitra ma'am?
No, it is only comments. So we can go ahead for vote of thanks.
Actually, I didn't know. I would have spoken in Hindi. Hindi is my mother tongue, and if I knew that the audience is
Diverse.
sort of a diverse and pan Mumbai and para Mumbai, around Mumbai, then I would have definitely spoken in Hindi for their better
मैम
understanding.
अभी भी आप आपका जो संदेश आपने लास्ट में
हाँ
दिया
जी,
था वो
हाँ जी।
हिंदी में दे सकते हैं, क्योंकि वो बहुत अच्छा है।
ठीक है, तो मैं यही कहना चाहूंगी कि सबसे पहले हमारे समाज के जो माता पिता हैं, जिनकी ये बेटियां हैं, आप उन सबको अपने बेटे जैसा पालिए, उनको एक बराबर समझिए, ना कि कम या ज्यादा। सबसे ज्यादा जरूरी है, आजकल बेटियां बेटों से बेहतर कर रही हैं, आप उन्हें मौका दीजिए। आप उनके जन्म से ही उनकी देखभाल कीजिए, उनके खाने पीने की, उनके टीके लगाने की, वैक्सीन्स लगाने की, उनका आहार की, उनके एनीमिया कंट्रोल की। और आप उनको जितना बढ़ावा देंगे वो आसमान छू सकती हैं। तो आप उन्हें किसी भी पैरामीटर पे, किसी भी तार पे उनको कम ना समझिए। और आज जो हमारी देश की स्थिति है कि नेशनल लेवल पे भी लेडीज के लिए रिजर्वेशन हो रहा है, ये क्यों नौबत आनी चाहिए? हमको क्यों इक्वल नहीं समझा जाता है? क्यों रिजर्वेशन की नौबत आ रही है? क्योंकि हमें हमारा हिस्सा मिलता नहीं है, चाहे वो घर में खाने का हिस्सा हो, चाहे वो अपॉर्चुनिटी का हिस्सा हो। तो यही प्रार्थना रहेगी कि बेटियां बेटे बराबर हैं, उनको सारा दायित्व दीजिए, उनको पढ़ने लिखने की, आगे जाने की मौका दीजिए। मुझे पता है कि मेरी नानी जी की शादी 11 साल की उम्र में हुई थी, मेरी माँ की शादी 17 इयर्स में हुई थी, उनका 10th का रिजल्ट शादी के बाद आया था, मेरी खुद की मम्मी का। तो ये सब जो हुआ है ब्रिटिश ईरा में, अब वो जमाना चला गया है, अब हमें वो प्रथा फॉलो करने की जरूरत नहीं है। और सबसे दूसरी जो मैंने इम्पोर्टेंट बात बोली थी, सभी बेटों को सिखाइए कि हर माँ, हर बहन, हर बेटी, हर नेबर की लड़की को सेफ रखना, उनकी इज्जत करना बहुत जरूरी है। अगर वो नहीं सीखेंगे तो कितना भी लड़कियों को सिखा लो, वो अपने आप को सेफ नहीं कर सकती हैं। क्यों डर लगता है? क्योंकि ये सब उनके साथ होता है। और कौन करता है? लड़के करते हैं। तो जब तक एक लड़का हर लड़की को हर रूप में इज्जत देना नहीं सीखेगा, तब तक हमारी लड़कियां सेफ नहीं है। अगर किसी लड़की के साथ कुछ बुरा हो रहा है और सोसाइटी में जो खड़े होके देख रहे हैं, 2 आदमी भी आगे आके रोक लिया ना, वो कभी दोबारा नहीं होगा। बट हमारे यहाँ कोई आगे भी नहीं आता है हेल्प करने के लिए। सबसे सैड बात ये है। तो ये जो खौफ है या ये जो प्रथा है लड़कियों की अनसेफ होने की, मेरे ख्याल से वो किसी भी उम्र की महिला आज सेफ नहीं है। मैं आज ही की बात बताऊं, आज जेजे में 3 साल की लड़की सेक्सुअल असॉल्ट की आई है, बैड पेरिनियल टेयर्स, she has been operated by the gynec and surgeons and she is in PICU. So this is something which is happening every day. I don't know why और कैसे इसे रोका जाए। सबको शिक्षा मिलनी चाहिए कि हर बच्ची को सेफ रखना है, हर बच्ची के साथ ऐसा नहीं है कि ये परिवार वाले ही हैं। बाय द वे, ये परिवार में ही ज्यादा होता है। तो ये जो है, आप लड़की को कब तक अपने से बांध के रखेंगी? हाउ मच केयर विल यू टेक ऑफ दैट पुअर गर्ल? यानी वो कभी तो स्कूल जाएगी, कभी तो कॉलेज जाएगी। तो मेरे ख्याल से हर लड़की का बचाव जरूरी है, और दूसरा लड़कों को सिखाना जरूरी है। चौथा, जैसे रेनू ने बोला, आई एडमायर यू रेनू फॉर द गुड एजुकेशन यू हैव गिवन योर सन एंड सेल्फ डिफेंस। चित्रा मैम, take it ahead, we are all with you. Let every girl have self defense, let her know how to tackle any attacker. And my last would be, government should give them death penalty. If you want to stop this, just give them death penalty, because they fear nothing. They are not afraid of being in jail for life. It is not helping us, it's not helping the society. Unless you hang them, unless you give them death penalty, the next boy will not, he will think twice. Do I want to die or do I want to do this work? So I don't know how we can help, in which way. but it is very sad. It is heartbreaking. Imagine a girl of 3-year-old. So हम आगे बढ़ सके क्योंकि हमारे माँ बाप ने हमें बढ़ावा दिया, सपोर्ट दिया, सहारा दिया हर तरीके से. सो हमारी जिम्मेदारी है कि हम ये अपनी सोसाइटी के लोगों के लिए कर सके. जिस भी रूप में हम करें, लेट अस प्ले आवर पार्ट. दैट्स व्हाट आई वुड से. ईच वन डू योर रोल. थैंक यू.
बहुत सुंदर बोला मैम आपने. और मैम आपसे एक क्वेश्चन है कि पहले हमें इतने वुमेन एम्पावरमेंट के नहीं था गर्ल्स के लिए. अभी इतने नियम और गवर्नमेंट की तरफ से इतने स्कीम्स आए, पहले के कंपैरेटिवली इतना अवेकनिंग हुआ है, फिर भी रियल सेंस में इतना अवेकनिंग है क्या?
तो रियल साइंस में मैं ये कहूंगी कि नहीं है. मेरा खुद का पर्सनल एक्सपीरियंस है. आप कितने भी एजुकेटेड हो जाओ, कितनी भी बढ़िया एजुकेटेड फैमिली में चले जाओ, जो एक लड़की को काम करना है घर पे करना ही है. इट्स एक्सपेक्टेड. आप आओ, वो चूल्हा झोंको, आप घर के काम करो, आप बाजार के काम करो. देयर आर वेरी फ्यू लकी women who have the support at home that they don't have to go and do that work. The man of the house realizes she has worked and come, and she is equally tired, and she equally deserves rest when she comes. तो वो इक्वालिटी नहीं है अभी भी सोसाइटी में. हम कितनी भी डिग्रियां ले लें, तो सो कॉल्ड पढ़े लिखी फैमिली, सो कॉल्ड पढ़े लिखे लड़के, उनकी जो सच्ची सोच है वो आपको बाद में ही पता लगती है. यू कांट नो समबडी बाय मीटिंग देम फॉर एन आवर, बेसिकली फैमिली या जो भी है. तो वो अवेयरनेस, हाउ डीप इट इज, आई एम नॉट श्योर, बट आई फील इट इज नॉट दैट डीप और नॉट रियली एग्जिस्टिंग कि वो इक्वालिटी हमें खुद की फैमिलीज में देखी जाए. तो आई थिंक कि कहीं ना कहीं लड़कियां बहुत आगे बढ़ना चाहती हैं, बढ़ना पड़ रही हैं, बट विथ अ लॉट ऑफ स्ट्रगल्स एंड डिफिकल्टीज. आसान रास्ता नहीं है. हमें अभी भी मल्टीटास्किंग करना पड़ता है, हमें मल्टीपल रोल्स प्ले करने पड़ते हैं, और उसके बाद अगर हम कामयाब होते हैं तो बहुत खुशी होती है कि वी हैव अचीव समथिंग. सो दैट वुड बी, आई मीन, what I have seen, what I have experienced is different from what we may talk about. You know, that's a fact.
Thank you, ma'am, for sharing your view. Renu, ma'am, we would like your experience also, and if you want to add something, आप कुछ बोलना चाहेंगे? Same topic.
नहीं, जो अभी हमने बोला है कि जेंडर इक्वालिटी, वो अभी तक तो इतना इसमें दिख नहीं रहे. जैसे मैडम बोल रहे हैं, टप्पे टप्पे पे हर इसमें हमको अलग अलग अनुभव आते हैं. कुछ अच्छे रहते हैं, कुछ बुरे भी रहते हैं. पर्सनली ऑल्सो इन माई लास्ट 25 years ऑफ डूइंग अ वर्क एज अ पीडियाट्रिशियन, आई हैड टू हैव दैट, जैसे मैडम बोले कि यू हैव टू have that fighting spirit in you, because everything is not just walk on the red carpet for anyone, or especially a female. And a female going ahead, either in a personal life or in your professional life, अभी भी हमको कितने भी हमारे अच्छे लोग रहे आजू बाजू के, एक आपको कहीं तो भी पीछे खींचने का एक प्रयास रहता है. उससे रिबाउंस या रिसिलियंस, जिसको हम ये शब्द आजकल आ रहा है, ये हमने खुद सीखा है. लेकिन कुछ टप्पों पे कभी कभी हम हट जाते हैं कि अरे ये करना नहीं चाहिए. फिर कहीं कहीं अच्छे लोग आप जैसे सपोर्ट में मिलते हैं, ये हमारे फ्रेंड्स रहते हैं, हमारे कोई क्लोज रिलेटिव्स रहते हैं, जो आपको प्रेरणा देते हैं. और ये अनुभव से हम ऊपर उठ के फिर भी कर सकते हैं, ऐसा मुझे लगता है. पॉजिटिव एटीट्यूड रखना बहुत जरूरी है, और वो हमारे लड़कियां लड़कों को हमने सिखाना चाहिए. पर्सनल एक्सपीरियंस इज, एवरीवन हैज अ डिफरेंट एक्सपीरियंस. एंड जैसे आपने बोला कि बेटी का जो काम है, जैसे लड़का या लड़की, तो अब आज मैं एक बेटी हूँ, तो मेरे माता पिता मेरे साथ हैं, मेरे इन लॉज भी मेरे साथ हैं. तो I take the challenge कि I have that opportunity, and also I'm blessed that I can handle both of them, and I also handle other generation, that is my son. So these three generations together is a really multitasking with my own profession and the other part, that is IAP also. So it is not a cake walk on the like red carpet. So you have to balance everything. एक आधे दिन में ऐसा लगता है, अरे ये जो मैं कर रही हूँ अच्छा है क्या, नहीं है, लेकिन मेरा हस्बैंड मुझे बोलता है या फिर मेरे क्लोज फ्रेंड्स मुझे सपोर्ट करते हैं, तो यू बाउंस बैक एंड अगेन एनर्जेटिकली वी कैन डू इट। और बुरे भी कुछ चीज नहीं होती है, जैसे वो आजू बाजू का एनवायरनमेंट रहता है उससे हम रिएक्ट करते हैं, तो उसका हम रिएक्शन कैसे देते हैं उससे हमारा ही परिणाम होता, हम पे परिणाम होता है। सो इट इज बेटर टू टेक इन अ पॉजिटिव वे, कुछ तो भी हम सीखना उसमें से और आगे बढ़ना चाहिए, हर लड़का या लड़की को करना चाहिए सब चीज। थैंक यू।
तो मैम, सोनाली मैम, यू हैव अ लवली डॉटर, एंड आपकी मम्मी ने जैसा आपको शिक्षा दिया या फिर आपको जो गाइडेंस दिया, उससे अभी के कंडीशन में आपको कुछ सेम आपको लगता है, क्या डिफरेंट रहता है आप अब जब अपने डॉटर को गाइड करते हो?
नेहा, आई हैव अ सन एक्चुअली, और रेनू मैडम की जैसे ही मैंने मेरे बेटे को हर चीज सिखाई है, मतलब किचन में काफी हेल्प करता है, दो चार चीजें बना भी लेता है। आई हैव टॉट हिम लाइक, एंड ही इज आल्सो इंटरेस्टेड इन हेल्पिंग। सो मीन्स, लेकिन जो डॉटर की बात कर रही हो तुम, तो मेरी एक्चुअली सिस्टर इन लॉ की डॉटर्स है जो मेरे साथ ही रहती है जब भी यहाँ से यहाँ पर आती है। तो रेजिंग अभी का और शुरुआत का बहुत डिफरेंस है। मतलब हमारे टाइम पे बहुत सारे इनिबिशंस थे, जैसे व्हेन आई वाज अ डॉटर, बट नाउ ऑल दैट इनिबिशंस आर गॉन, मीन्स वी आर रेजिंग अवर डॉटर व्हेरी नाइसली and we are giving them lot many, म्हणजे आपण त्यांना actually, sorry talking in English, हम उन्हें काफी सारी अपॉर्चुनिटीज हमारी बेटियों को देते हैं कि दे शुड ग्रोन अप, मतलब उन्होंने अच्छे से शिक्षा लेनी चाहिए, अच्छे से कुछ सीखना चाहिए, अच्छे से बढ़ना चाहिए, ग्रो करना चाहिए। तो ये सारी चीजें जो है हम हमारे बेटियों को देते हैं, वैसे ही सारे समाज ने अगर ऐसा ही सीखा या ऐसा किया, तो काफी सारा जो आने वाला समाज है वो बहुत अच्छा ग्रो होगा, अच्छे से बढ़ेगा, और लड़कियां भी अच्छी पोजीशन हासिल कर सकेगी। तो पहले और अभी के इसमें बहुत डिफरेंस है।
ज्यादा से ज्यादा।
Yes, Gangolia sir is expert, medico-legal expert. I want few of the comments which are legally like pertaining to the present situation.
And I also want sir was the first person, मतलब आईपी रायगढ़ में वुमेन्स का पूरा कैबिनेट बनाना, ही वाज द फर्स्ट पर्सन। एंड उसके बाद ही लॉकडाउन के बाद ये अपना महापेडिकॉन अलीबाग में हुआ। आई वांट टू नो व्हाट डिफिकल्टीज एंड व्हाट थिंग ही फेस्ड in this, and he was also the first person in his presidency as Maha IP president. He was the first one to start the women's wing, so I want his experience. Please, sir.
Thank you very much, madam, madam Dr. Chitra madam as well as Dr. Neha madam. सभी को नमस्ते। और एट आउटसाइड मुझे तीनों वक्ता है जिन्होंने अपना प्रेजेंटेशन दिया, बहुत बढ़िया प्रेजेंटेशन दिया है, अपने दिल से बात रखी है अपने सभी के सामने। मुझे कभी कभी ऐसा लगता है कि साल में डॉटर्स डे क्यों सेलिब्रेट करते हैं। जैसे वीक है एडोलेसेंट वीक सेलिब्रेशन, भारतीय बाल रोग संगठन, जो राष्ट्रीय बाल रोग संगठन है, उन्होंने एक प्रोग्राम रखा है एडोलेसेंट वीक सेलिब्रेशन, और उसी में उन्होंने कुछ डॉटर डे रखा है, कुछ टीनेजर डे रखा है, अलग अलग थीम से। इसका मतलब यह है कि हमारे समाज में जो चीजें अवेकनिंग जो अभी कहा गया है, वास्तविकता और जो हम लोग कहते हैं उसमें बहुत बहुत फर्क है। जो हम लोग देखते हैं उसमें बहुत फर्क है। ग्राउंड रियलिटी जो जमीनी स्तर पे हम देखने जाएंगे तो शायद बहुत ही भिन्न भिन्न चीज देखने को मिलती है, और उसी में बहुत दिक्कत वाली प्रॉब्लम भी मिलती है। तो इसमें डॉटर्स डे खाली एक ही दिन क्यों? तो शायद मुझे लगता है 365 दिन हमें ये करना चाहिए, ये हमको बढ़ावा देना चाहिए। हाँ, उसमें परेशानियां बहुत हैं, तकलीफें बहुत हैं। हम लोग हर बार नेगेटिव बात करते रहेंगे तो कहाँ नहीं पहुंचेंगे, मगर पॉजिटिव एटीट्यूड रखेंगे तो शायद कर पाएंगे। जैसे कि अभी डॉक्टर बेला मैडम ने भी कहा कि रिजर्वेशन वो भी 33 तक का है। क्यों 33 तक का? 50 तक का चाहिए। The women population is 50% of the country, so it should be 50%. Why 33%? But still, that is a politics, and politics में सभी को मालूम है क्या होता है। So मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि अभी जो घटना डॉक्टर बेला मैडम ने कही, बहुत ही दुख देने वाली घटना बताया उन्होंने, और ये हमारे समाज में और हमारे लोगों में ही होती है। और कभी कभी ऐसा होता है, कहने में कथनी और करने में फर्क होता है, ऐसे कहते हैं, और बहुत बार ऐसा ही देखा जाता है कितने भी। और मुझे बहुत बार ऐसा लगता है कि वी से हम लोग ऐसा लगता है कि जब भी शिक्षा बढ़ती है तो अप्रोच बदलता है, पर कभी भी मुझे तो ऐसा लगता है देयर इज नो रिलेशन बिटवीन लिटरेसी रेट एंड दिस हैपनिंग विद द गर्ल चाइल्ड। कभी कभी ऐसा भी लगा, ऐसा महसूस होता है, क्योंकि हाई प्रोफाइल फैमिलीज में भी ये घटनाएं होती रहती है, ये चीज होती रहती है। ठीक है, मुझे जो नेहा मैडम ने कहा, आई एम रियली मीन्स मुझे पहले से आई रियली बिलीव इन नारी शक्ति, एंड आई फील वुमेन आर द स्ट्रॉन्गेस्ट पर्सन ऑन दिस अर्थ हु कैन डू एनीथिंग एंड दे कैन चेंज वॉट एवर दे वांट एज पर देयर विल एंड एज देयर पावर। आई ऑलवेज बिलीव दैट। एंड ये मेरे खाली रायगढ़ से नहीं है। आई वॉज प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ करजत मेडिकल एसोसिएशन, तालुका एसोसिएशन, in from almost for 3 years, 2004 to 2006, and that was the first time at Rivergate Hotel in Karjat Taluka. The first annual conference of Karjat Medical Association was totally organized by women, and organizing chairman, secretary, editor, everyone, all team, organizing team was the woman, and that was in 2006, which was organized Rivergate. And then after that, in Raigad also, when we had the team of women cabinet. I think so it was in 2020 when Madam Sunita Ingle and Nilima Madam were the president secretary, as well as Chitra Kulkarni Madam was the vice president of that, and they made the thing lot have to happen. और महापेडिकॉन में पूरा कॉन्फ्रेंस उनके टेन्योर में ऑर्गेनाइज हुआ था। दो आई वॉज द चीफ ऑर्गेनाइजिंग चेयरपर्सन, बट एवरीथिंग वॉज डन बाय देम, एंड आई स्टिल रिमेम्बर because that was a critical time of COVID, and it was all going haywire. करना है या नहीं करना है, फिजिकल करना है, हाइब्रिड करना है, it was hybrid, and believe me, the physical part was taken care of by us, but totally digital part was taken care by totally Madam Kulkarni, Madam Sunita Ingle, Madam Nilima, Neha, and Dr. I forgetting the name of Sanjeevani. So all these people were involved. So it was totally. So it was from IIP Raigad who did the wonderful work, and probably I think so that was the first time in the history of IIP across the country where the total team was women, from president to the EB members. Then coming to MahaIP, and I am very very proud to see. I think so. ये जो लड़कियां होती है उनको खाली अपॉर्चुनिटी देने की जरूरत रहती है, सपोर्ट करने की जरूरत रहती है, एंड सपोर्ट और अपॉर्चुनिटी दिए तो दे विल डू वंडर्स। बहुत ही बढ़िया काम करते हैं, और हम तो सामने ही देख रहे हैं, अभी हमारे सामने ही डॉक्टर रेनू मैडम है, महाआईपी वुमेन कमेटी के चेयरमैन थे 2022 में, और उन्होंने पूरा सैलाब ला दिया था पूरे प्रोग्राम का, ट्यूसडे टेक्स एंड व्हाट नॉट, और बहुत कुछ बढ़िया काम किया था। और उनके साथ में उनकी को चेयरमैन थी डॉक्टर सोनाली सिरबाटे मैडम, दोनों ने बढ़िया काम किया, और उनको सपोर्ट करने के लिए 10 महिलाएं पूरे महाराष्ट्र के जोन वाइज होती जिन्होंने उनको सपोर्ट किया एज अ दिस मेंबर्स ऑफ दैट कमिटी। एंड ऑफ कोर्स 2023 is continued. Sonali madam was Maha committee chairman, and Neha did the wonderful thing. The first opportunity, I think so, I remember, I still remember that day of Mahapedicon when I said to Rajendra and Neha, you are going to be editors for my Maha-IP. और वो मुझे फोटो भी अभी भी याद है जब हम लोग तीनों ने फोटो निकाला, एंड शी हैज डन वंडरफुल थिंग, एंड यू आर सीइंग द एग्जांपल नाउ फ्रॉम वेयर शी हैज रीच्ड टू वेयर, एंड नाउ शी हैज गॉन अहेड ऑफ मी आल्सो, एंड कांग्रेचुलेशंस डॉक्टर नेहा फॉर दैट। सो दिस शोज दैट कि जब भी महिला को अपॉर्चुनिटी मिलती है वो बढ़िया से बढ़िया काम करते हैं। नो, आई डिडंट हैड एनी डिफिकल्टीज, खाली
थोड़ी डिफिकल्टी थी, पर उसको नाम खाली कमिटी दिया गया और बाकी का विंग और कमिटी में थोड़ा तकलीफ थी, but still we have my own committee and did wonderfully. Otherwise I didn't had any problems. and जैसे विकास ने कहा, एक बार उनको सौंप दिया काम तो काम चलते रहा. So I think so they do wonderful job. जो चित्रा मैडम ने कहा मेडिको लीगली मैडम बहुत बहुत अभी हम लोग रोज पढ़ते हैं, रोज न्यूज में सुनते हैं, रोज घटनाएं सुनते हैं, उसको पॉलिटिकल बनाया जाता है और पॉलिटिकल रह जाता है. मैडम ने भी अभी कहा है, मुझे भी 2-3 बहुत एक्सपीरियंसेस है. एंड ऑफ कोर्स ये जो चीजें होती है अपने परिवार के लोग ही करते हैं. और तकलीफ जब होती है जब परिवार के लोग, हम लोग जो इसको जैसे कंप्लेंट की सोचे भी तो भी कुछ 10 दिनों के बाद वही परिवार आके कहता है कि हमारे इसका है, हमारे परिवार में प्रॉब्लम हो जाएगा, इसको विड्रॉ करो. बहुत तकलीफ होती है उसमें. ऑफ कोर्स हम इंफॉर्मेशन की जानकारी के लिए पॉक्सो एक्ट है जिसमें सेक्सुअल अब्यूज it is equal, it is not a gender bias, it is equal to boys and girls, both are involved. दोनों पे ये अत्याचार होते हैं. तो ये इसमें आपको अगर कोई भी जानकारी हो कि ये चीजें हो रही है तो आप उसको कंप्लेन कर सकते हैं, लोकल पुलिस स्टेशन में कर सकते हैं, या आपको डर लगता हो तो 1098 चाइल्ड हेल्पलाइन है, उस पर आप कॉल करके बता सकते हैं. मगर ये अपना एज अ समाज में रहने के लिए अपना दायित्व है कि इसको अपने निभाना चाहिए और उसको देखना चाहिए. नहीं तो वैसे बहुत बार हम लोग चुप रहते हैं, चलो जाने दो, वो तो दूसरे घर की बात है, छोड़ दो, हम उसको छोड़ देते हैं. और यही छोड़ के ये चीजें बढ़ती रहती है और समाज में ये बुराइयां बढ़ती जाती है. पर हम उसको न देखते हुए अच्छे से अच्छा काम कर सके. और ये डॉटर्स डे हर दिन सेलिब्रेट हम लोग अपने परिवार से ही शुरू करते हुए, अगर हर परिवार ऐसे सोचे तो शायद सब परिवार मिलके ये देश का सब कल्याण हो सकता है. ऐसे हम लोग सोचना चाहिए. अभी होगा कि नहीं होगा वो कह नहीं सकते, मगर अपना अच्छा सोचना ये हमारा काम है, हमें वो करना अच्छा काम है. बेला मैडम बहुत बार नर्वस हो जाती है, मेडिकल लीगल के उस टाइम भी नर्वस हो जाती है, डॉक्टर लोग क्यों ऐसे, क्या करना चाहिए क्या नहीं करना चाहिए. तो मैडम से मैं हमेशा कहता हूँ हमें अपना काम करना चाहिए, क्या होता है वो अपने देखना चाहिए, अवेकनिंग करना जरूरी है. पर मुझे एक चीज और बात कहना चाहता हूँ मैं, और उसी के साथ मैं खत्म करूंगा मेरी बातें. मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि जो वास्तविकता जो हम वेबिनार करके जो प्रोग्राम करके ये जो करते हैं, तो ग्राउंड रियलिटी जहाँ वास्तविक हमारा समाज रहता है, उस समाज में जो एनजीओ है उनके साथ जाकर एक कार्यक्रम जब करे और इसको कैंपेन मोड में लेके जाए तो ही इसकी सफलता हमें दिखेगी. अन्यथा खाली वेबिनार करने से ये लेक्चर शायद हमें उतनी सफलता नहीं मिले, जितने कैंपेन मोड में जाएंगे तो शायद ज्यादा सफलता मिलेगी. और मुझे खुशी इस बात की भी है, डॉक्टर बेला मैडम और डॉक्टर रेनू बोथ आर ईबीज ऑफ CIP 2024. तो शायद आपकी जो भी मीटिंग होगी, ईबी मीटिंग होगी, उसमें यह बात रखना, इसको कैसे कैंपेन मोड में लाया जाए, कैसे सोसाइटी में लाया जाए. और बाकी बात छोड़ो कि ये प्रोग्राम कौन कर रहा है, IIP रायगढ़ कर रहा है कि IIP अमरावती कर रहा है कि IIP मुंबई कर रहा है, पर ये सब वैसा काम अपना पीडियाट्रिशियन पर हम लोकल एनजीओ के साथ में करेंगे, स्कूल से इन्वॉल्व करेंगे, तो शायद इसका प्रचार प्रसार ये सब बढ़ेगा. और मुझे लगता है कोई भी पेरेंट मीटिंग हो, कोई भी हम लोग जितने फंक्शंस देखते हैं, ये फंक्शन में उसको टैप करके, जैसे चित्रा मैडम ने अपॉर्चुनिटी उठा के हुए अलीबाग से लेके हुए अभी सेल्फ डिफेंस को उन्होंने कोची तक पहुंचा दिया है, तो शायद उसी तरह से कोई ऐसे प्रोग्राम में छोटी छोटी बातें करते हुए उसको ये सब जन जागरण है. और दूसरा, बिकॉज यू आर एक्टिव वर्कर्स ऑफ एडोलेसेंट मेडिसिन, बिकॉज मुझे बहुत बार ऐसा लगता है, मैं बहुत मॉड्यूल्स सुना हूँ, और ये जो मॉड्यूल्स है और आज की जो जनरेशन है उसमें बहुत गैप दिखता है मुझे. जो मॉड्यूल्स में सिखाया जाता है शायद वो परिपक्वता से हम लोग सिखा सकते हैं आज की जनरेशन को, तो मुझे कभी कभी लगता है कि शायद नहीं, क्वेश्चन मार्क लगता है मुझे कभी. तो इसको कैसे इंप्रूव करके आज के जनरेशन के हिसाब से उनकी भाषा में मॉड्यूल कैसे सिखाया जाए, वो ज्यादा उचित होगा. और इसमें शायद आप लोग प्रयत्न करेंगे, ऐसी मैं आशा रखता हूँ. और मुझे बोलने का मौका दिया इसलिए धन्यवाद. थैंक यू वेरी मच.
थैंक यू सो मच गंगोलिया सर. विकास मोरे सर, आपने हैंड रेज किया है.
सॉरी बहुत लेट हो रहा है, लेकिन मुझे 2 मिनट चाहिए, ओनली 1 मिनट. Is it
Yes,
okay?
yes, sure, sir.
Because it is a Daughters Day, I will not lose this opportunity to thank the women who have shaped my life. जब तक कि जो those who are influenced, सबसे पहले I know like my wife Sanjeevani, who has done wonders for me. Whatever I am today because of her only. You know, she's a very strong woman, and I am unnecessarily ambitious sometimes, but she know how to control me. So whatever I am today because of her only. And in IP Raigad, I get inspiration from so many women, like from Ile Madam to Velima Madam to Chitra Madam and Neha, like so many of you. Chitra Madam, like I can't match her energy. Like I don't feel that she is. So many people are like sitting at home, they are watching television, but Madam is actually doing the work as a national level, and I hope she will go to the international level because Kulkarni sir is working at a American Academy of Physicians. I feel one day Madam will go to the American. With this spirit, she will definitely reach that level. So I am really so proud of Madam, and especially I want to compliment Neha because Neha is a asset to IIP Raigad. You know, like everybody will agree with me. Like she is behind each and every, like you tell a work and she will say yes. So we are able to do so many flyers and so many webinars just because of her, because we know how to put the words, how to put the things at a proper place, how to make the people understand. She is the person behind keeping the Utkarsh bulletin alive. It is a very difficult thing. Only a woman can do this. So the Daughters Day is a very important day to compliment all the women around us. We sometimes we take very casually. We take them other like just like वो तो है ना उन्होंने करना ही चाहिए. No, we should compliment them at the time. We should look for every opportunity to appreciate them. So कितना भी आप appreciate करो तो आपके words कम है. और बेला मैडम उनके अंडर मैंने काम किया है और I can't forget those days. She we are so close. She used to share with her personal experience. उनके फैमिली मैटर्स भी मेरे साथ शेयर करती थी मैडम. So मुझे वो दिन अभी भी याद है. मैडम इज अ वेरी वेरी सिंपल हार्टेड पर्सन. मैडम हमें लगता है मैडम बहुत स्ट्रिक्ट है. मैडम बिल्कुल स्ट्रिक्ट नहीं. शी इज अ वेरी सिंपल लेडी और लेकिन बहुत दिल की साफ है. और आज मुझे मौका मिला मैडम को कॉम्प्लीमेंट करने का. सो आई डोंट वांट टू डू दिस अपॉर्चुनिटी. Renu madam, you came for my ceremony. I am so much thankful to you. And Sonali madam, I am so much thankful to you because you give so much encouragement to Neha, and she mind me like she always talk about you. So sitting at Amravati, you are creating a leader of future. So thank you so much again, and I'm really sorry I'm taking this.
She is basically
time.
good actually. I'm not doing anything. She is basically good.
And at the end, I will thank my mom. She was a primary school teacher, and उसने बहुत मार के मुझे यहाँ तक बुलाया, यहाँ तक लाया है. So she is a very strict lady, और जो भी मैं आपको दिख रहा हूँ, because of her only. Thank you so much.
पर आज के जमाने में विद्यार्थी को मारना नहीं चाहिए. इट इज अ क्राइम. तो आप मार नहीं सकते हो. ठीक है.
ये सर आप हमको प्रैक्टिकल रहना चाहिए लाइफ में. एवरीथिंग शुड बी एट ए प्लेस. मारना नहीं चाहिए, लेकिन मारने में आप वर्बली बोल सकते हैं. गुस्सा करना जरूरी है. मैं आजकल आज पेरेंट मुझे बोलते हैं कि भाई आप गुस्सा ही मत करो. ऐसा कैसे हो सकता है? यू विल स्पॉइल द किड. आपको गुस्सा करना भी जरूरी होता है. इट इज अ फैक्ट ऑफ लाइफ. हम इंडियन किड्स को हैंडल कर रहे हैं. वी आर नॉट हैंडलिंग द अमेरिकन किड्स. और इंडियन किड्स आई थिंक मोस्ट reckless kids in the whole world. They have to be controlled. They have to be controlled in both ways, in balanced ways. We should appreciate them, and we should have a strong hand in both ways. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Indian kids are always genius.
No. They can be devils.
Now I hand over to Dr. Chitra Kulkarni for the vote of thanks.
Thank you very much, Neha, for the lively discussion in the last part of webinar, though it was extended, but we are still having 11 people with us and the people watching on YouTube. First of all, I want to thank CSD sir Dr. Dabhadkar sir for being guest of honor for the function of Daughters Day. Then our Maha IIP past president Dr. Gangolia, Raigad IIP president Dr. Vikas More being present and opening their hearts for our girls in the society on Daughters Day occasion. Our speakers, Dr. Bela Verma ma'am, Dr. Renu Boralkar ma'am, and Dr. Sonali Shirbhate ma'am. We have heard a valuable information from them and which will be carried forward by us and all the NGOs who are attending. Innerville Club Khopoli for contributing for the webinar, and Ms. Shama, President Sridevi Rao, Madhumita, and Mrs. Sen, who have attended and listened to the webinar regularly. Along with that, our backbone co-chairman of Women's Committee, Dr. Neha Singh, and the main man behind curtain, Dr. Vishal Raut, who is always there to help us for the webinars. Thank you very much. And once again, festivity is going on. Happy Diwali to everyone. And for next day, happy Padwa and happy Bhai Dooj. Good night.
Good night. Thank you, everyone.
Night. Happy
Thank you.
Diwali to everyone. Good night.
Please
Wish
stop
you
the
all
recording.
also.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Vishal sir.